then we'll give you the information for that, don't worry. Her collection is called Fierce Home, H466740. It's a set of 5 glass disco ball ornaments. They come in a gift box, and they almost have like an iridescence to them. They're glass construction, and she's showing you there all the different ways that you can use them. They're quite large and impressive. I'm going to go ahead. They do have the ribbon on the top, but look, just like that disco ball and that iridescent, the iridescence on it means it plays with the light. You know, on the tree, when Rachel was working through the colors, that tree went from clear to a traditional 5-color to pastel, and you're going to see a lot of pastel colors. Last year, when, if you watch QVC on a regular basis, I have the fun for the Graver, our big Thanksgiving show. We always do decorations, so I'm out there looking. It's my excuse to really go looking for everything in Christmas stores, and there was so much pastel out there, so I think that you're really going to love these. That one was more of a magenta color. This one is more of a spice tone. Look how pretty that is. And these are all glass. They're all handmade and mouth blown. The bottom is going to be in a point, as you can see. Isn't that pretty? And you can see just by me holding it in my hand how large these ornaments are. There's the topper for the ornament. I'm afraid I'm going to drop these, so let me go ahead and put it this way. The idea of trees, and I will tell you, I love to do lots of things. I'm not an expert when it comes to decorating a tree, but the whole idea with decorating a tree is to put on your tree what you love. But that's why lots of people like Mally have that second tree. So they do themed trees or something that a lot of you really enjoy. So if you love the iridescence, you'll get 2 of the white, and you can really see the iridescence on the white. I mean, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? You also, and these will come in a beautiful long box. You can store them, you can gift them that way. Many of you, your tradition is to give an ornament. I also have that same tradition with my nieces and nephews. And when my mom passed and we cleaned out the house, you know, we don't have any great riches or jewelry, but we did have a lot of decorations, and my mom had a lot of decorations, so we divided them up amongst all of us so that we could, because that was her favorite holiday without a doubt, so that we could enjoy them. Look at the clear. Isn't that pretty? These are pretty enough that I think you could even hang them in a window if you wanted to do something like that. Isn't that beautiful? They're about the size, if you will, my memory, of a baseball or a softball. And you're getting 5 of these. So you're getting the clear, you're getting the more of the magenta color. Then there's one that's a spice tone for you. Let me hold on to them so that you could see. Here are the colors. And then 2 of the white. So you'll get 2 in the white. And they're all in that same shape, but just like a fun disco ball, they're going to reflect, they're going to play with the light beautifully. How many of you also make your own wreaths? And this is something that you could hang in the center of a wreath. If you wanted to hang it on a center of a wreath. I don't know that I'd actually attach it to the wreath, only because these are glass and I wouldn't want anything to happen to them. But you might also want to go ahead and put a ribbon on, and maybe on the ribbon put the year on here as you gift them to people on your gift list, be it your grandchildren or whomever it might be. But these are really, really beautiful. So many of you are, when you look at Fierce Home with Mally, are picking up many of her things, and they all sort of have that iridescent, very, very fantasy theme to them. And there you can see when we look at the videotape. There's the box that they come in. They're stored beautifully that way. That way you don't have to worry about them at all. And they sort of play off of the color. Did you see when you saw the tree sort of had the pinkish feel to it, the pastel feel to it? It really kind of played with that. I imagine if you put it with like a silver and a gold, it would kind of play off of the gold as well. I want to give you this information. It's 4¼ inches high and 3¾ inches in diameter. so that you know that the hanging ribbon comes with it. There are 5 of them. These are mouth blown, they're handmade, and there's just something a little bit different. So if you have the, the round ones or the different shapes or old ones, it's just a fresh new way to add ornaments into your tree. And even, do I have time? Could I walk back and put it in the big tree? Okay, let's go ahead. I heard lots of yeah. Let's go ahead. In fact, I'll take all 5 of them. That way we'll know where they are. And they're thick enough glass, as you could hear them bobbling together, that you're not going to be afraid to use them. Sometimes glass ornaments, especially if you've had them and you've been around as long as me, you know that sometimes they can get very fragile for you. But here, let me put this over here. And there you can see, you could even hang them further back in this tree if you wanted to go ahead and do that, because they're larger and they have a nice presence to them. As I said, they're about 4 and change as far as the size. I'll try to keep them in the same area so that we could see them, shoot them beautifully. But these are going to be really, really pretty. Look how pretty that is. Yeah, that's pretty, right? Nope, they don't get lost. And that's a big tree. I love that, JP. You're right. They are not getting lost in that big tree. They absolutely are beautiful. You know what? They're so pretty. Maybe you should get a second set of these if you can go ahead and afford it. I mean, take 5 into 40. That's $8 a piece for hand-blown trees that really are hand-blown ornaments. Just absolutely beautiful. Really, really well done. All right. Oh, and by the way, this guy, Santa, will be coming up, and we'll talk about how fun he is as well. I saw him the other day, and I thought, oh, that's a cool thing to have.